This is 9960888, here with almost all Godzilla monsters. Here's Dino. He was in Final Wars and Godzilla 1998. Or Zilla. This is a picture of him from 1998. This is now Hedorah from Godzilla vs. Hedorah and Godzilla Final Wars. Hedorah, this is a picture of him from Final Wars, or it. And here is Titanosaurus from Terror of Mechagodzilla. This is his only movie. This is a picture of him destroying some electrical lines. Here is Godzilla, the Japanese Godzilla. He's been in all Godzilla movies except for the American movie. And here's a picture from Heisei. I don't know why I said it was an American movie. It's not even a Godzilla movie. Here's from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Here's a picture of him from towards the middle of the movie. And here's Giant Condor from Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. The monster makes a brief cameo, but Godzilla fries his butt off. Seriously. Here's Fire Rodan from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. He was pretty well known in the movie. Here's Gabara from Godzilla's Revenge. It's the stupidest monster from Godzilla ever. It's kind of like really warty. Here's King Ghidorah or Ghidra. From many Godzilla movies opposing as the enemy, mainly from Showa, but he was in 3 movies for Heisei and Millennium. Here's Showa Gigan from Godzilla vs. Gigan and vs. Megalon. He was in some Zone Fighter episodes too, fighting Godzilla. And here's Jet Jaguar from Godzilla vs. Megalon. Oh, Jet Jaguar is really stupid looking. He looks like a Power Ranger. And here's Kiryu from Godzilla x Mechagodzilla and Tokyo SOS. Kiryu is just the 3rd Mechagodzilla, made from the bones of Godzilla, the original Godzilla. Here's Kumonga from Final Wars and Son of Godzilla. It's a picture of him from Son of Godzilla. And next is one of the stupidest characters, Minya from Revenge of Godzilla, Troy Monsters, Son of Godzilla, and Final Wars. One of the stupidest monsters. It looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. His head from the Massacre. Here's Odaku from King Kong vs. Godzilla. And it was supposed to be in Frankenstein Conquers the World. And here is Rodan from many Godzilla movies, and started his own movie at first. Here's a picture of him from Final Wars in the Empire State Building, I think. I'm not really sure. Here's King Caesar from Final Wars and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. There's a picture of him from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. And he's a bunny type thing. And here's Mechagodzilla 2 from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. This picture shows him with Garuda, the giant flying thing, the jet thing on his back. Here's Monster X from Godzilla Final Wars. Monster X is very cool, and he's only in Final Wars though. This is Baby Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. He looks better than Manila did. Anyway, here's Kaiser Ghidorah, or Monster X2 from Final Wars. Kaiser Ghidorah is awesome. It's pretty cool they brought him back in Final Wars. Godzilla Jr. from Godzilla vs. Destroya, and he was through the Millennium series. There's a picture of him from Godzilla vs. Destroya. Here is King Kong from all of his movies, and the Japanese King Kong vs. Godzilla and King Kong Escapes. It's a picture of him from the original King Kong. Here's Mothra from Godzilla vs. Mothra to Final Wars and many other movies, including his own. This is a picture of Mothra from Godzilla vs. Mothra. And here is Orga from Godzilla 2000 only. He was in many video games though. This is a picture of him, his final form. And this is Mecha King Ghidorah from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. It's a reanimated version of him, because he got his head ripped off and his wings were broken from Godzilla. Here's Mechagodzilla 1 from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and Terror of Mechagodzilla. This is a picture of the old one, not the new improved one from Terror of Mechagodzilla. And this is Anguirus from many Showa movies and Final Wars. Anguirus is a picture of him attacking Shanghai in Final Wars. This is Batra from Godzilla vs. Mothra. Batra is like the evil version of Mothra, and it's pretty cool actually. Here's Kamacuras from Son of Godzilla in Final Wars. There's a picture of him in France from Final Wars. This is Megalon only from Godzilla vs. Megalon. He's pretty famous though for looking so stupid. I don't know. Some Utopian aliens. And here's Millennium, what Orga looked like before turning into Orga from Godzilla 2000. Looks like a giant octopus thing. Here's Destroya from Godzilla vs. Destroya. Has 4 different forms, but I'm just showing you the final form of him, which is the best one probably. And he's the Destroya! And oh, here's Baragon from GMK and All Monsters Attack. And Destroy All Monsters and stuff. Here's Ebria from Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. And Final Wars. It's pretty cool. Here's Final Wars Gigan. Final Wars Gigan has 2 versions, the one with the hooks and the one with chainsaw hands. The chainsaw hands one's pretty cooler, way a bit cooler. This is Godzillasaurus from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. It's pretty cool that they show what Godzilla used to look like, the dinosaur. And here's Gorosaurus, another dinosaur from King Kong Escapes and Destroy All Monsters. And nothing really described him that much. Here's Little Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. He's bigger, looks like Minilla a little bit. Here's my favorite character, Biollante from Godzilla vs. Biollante. Here's a picture of an action figure of it. Couldn't find any good pictures of her. Here's Varon from Destroy All Monsters and its own movie, Varon the Unbelievable. This is a picture from Destroy All Monsters. Here is Manda from Destroy All Monsters and Godzilla Final Wars. So the picture of it attacking Final Wars. And it was in his own movie, Atragon. Well, not his own movie, really. Here's Megaguirus from Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. It's really cool. I didn't show the Meganeuron or the Megaloon or whatever. Here's Mogira from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. It was originally in the movie The Mysterians, but they updated it, so it's really cool. And here are some more random pictures from Godzilla monsters. Here's some Godzilla changed over the years. And here's Godzilla from Godzilla Final Wars. And here is a picture of Anguirus from Godzilla Raids Again. First picture of him. This is Cretaceous King Ghidorah from Rebirth of Mothra 3. Here's a picture of Godzilla from Godzilla Final Wars, I think. And here's a picture of Destroya flying randomly. Here's a picture of Godzilla 1985 from the first Heisei movie. And here's another picture of Hedorah from the original movie. And here's a picture of Destroya and burning Godzilla fighting Godzilla vs. Destroya. Here's another picture of King Caesar. I don't know why I put the same picture up. Here's probably the stupidest picture of Godzilla flying and Godzilla vs. Hedorah. Here's another picture of Kamungu from Final Wars, Kamunga. And here's another picture of Mechagodzilla 2 without Garuda. And again, I put a stupid picture of Anguirus in Shanghai. I don't know why I put it on again. Here's some more pictures of Kamacuris from Son of Godzilla. And here's a picture of Kamacuris in Paris and yet Final Wars. Here's another picture of Mecha King Ghidorah from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Here's another stupid picture of Manila. Manila looks so stupid. And here's a picture of Mothra from GMK. Very cool picture. Here's a picture of Anguirus from, I'm not sure. Here's another picture of Baragon from Frankenstein Conquers the World. Here's a picture of Kiru with his blue laser cannons. And here's a facial picture of Titanosaurus. And thanks for watching. I'll make some